Hi, yeah, what suites do you have available this weekend? Oh, I do apologize, but unfortunately we don't have any availability. But I need a room here this weekend. We're completely sold out. You're telling me you don't have any rooms at all? Correct. We're sold out. Why? Uh, because people are traveling for summer? Well, yeah, I get that, but I don't understand how you're fully booked when I need a room in a couple of days. Well, we do encourage people to book as far in advance as they possibly can. We're extremely busy during the summertime, and in fact, some of our guests that are staying with us right now booked as far back as January. Well, I didn't plan to travel. This is a last-minute trip. I'm sorry, but there's nothing that we can do. We're sold out, and I highly doubt we're going to have any cancellations. Bye-bye. What's that saying again? Lack of preparation on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine? Is that another busload of people? It is crazy today. Now the phone's going off. Hi, thank you so much for calling the hotel I work at. How may I assist you? Hi, yeah, I'm calling because I took a look at your website and it says that you're sold out this Saturday. Yes, we are sold out on Saturday. Well, I have a reservation at your hotel this Saturday. Okay, that's great. Yeah, would you mind looking it up for me, sweetie? Sure. May I have your last name? You know, my husband and we come to your hotel all the time. Okay, that's great. What's the last name? Yeah, we just love coming to your hotel because it's where my husband proposed to me. Fascinating. And what's that last name? And it's also where my daughter had her graduation party. And what's that last name? Actually, we were kind of hoping that we could add another room. Okay, well, we are sold out on Saturday, so I can waitlist you for the room if you'd like to give me your last name. No, do that. Put me on the wait list for sure. My daughter, she's going to school all the way in California, and we just got to visit her for the very first. I can help the next guest over here. Ma'am, I can help you over here. Hi, are you checking in today? Well, yes, I'm checking in today. Okay, awesome. Let me get you all set. No. No, you don't want me to check you in? No, I'm waiting for Angela to check me in. Oh, Angela, the other front desk agent here. That Angela. And I'm happy to wait until she comes back from break or wherever she is so she can check me in. Well, I'm afraid that Angela has called in sick today. Wait, so she's not going to be here at all today? No, ma'am, she's out all day. Oh, no. You need to call her. I'm sorry, what? I promise it won't take long at all. Just have her come in, check me in, and then she could go home right after. Ma'am, Angela is sick. We can't call her to come to work. Well, I'm not checking in with anyone else but her. Well, you're gonna be waiting a long time. Oh, hello. Hi, Angela. It's the front desk manager. Look, I am so sorry to call you when you're sick, but we are having this guest issue that I really need your help on. What's happening? So we have this guest who is refusing to be checked in by anyone but you. We have all tried to approach her, we have all tried to help her, and she is just adamant that it has to be you. Checked in only by me. Oh, is it Miss Davis? So you're familiar with her? Yeah, no, she's been coming every year around this time for the last 9 years, and I do always check her in. Well, obviously we can't have you come in when you're sick, but at this rate, she's not going to let anyone help her and she's going to end up sleeping in the lobby. Here, how about this? Tell her that Angela knew she was coming and that her room has been specially prepared and all the little extra touches were put on it by me personally, okay? Okay, that is a great idea, Angela. Thank you so much. I will try that. Yeah, good luck. Miss Davis, thank you for your patience. I did just get off the phone with Angela. Great, so she's finally on her way in, right? I mean, I said I'd wait for her to get here, but this has been taking forever. Nope, she still cannot be here because she is sick. You cannot be serious. I mean, But she did inform me that because she knew you were going to be arriving and she was not going to be able to be here, she took the liberty of making sure that your room was absolutely perfect herself. Oh. Really? Yes, she made sure to add her special Angela magic to it just for you. Well, that was so thoughtful of her. Since that was confirmed with her, we did go ahead and check in your reservation and make you your keys. Well, it still would have been nice to have her here, but since she added her own personal touch to it, I'm happy. Wonderful. Yeah! So here's my favorite thing about working in the hotel industry, and especially about making videos about the hotel industry, is I will get a lot of comments that will sit there and say, there's no way this actually happens. And then 2 comments later, oh my god, this exact same thing happened to me. Now, this particular comment was left on the video series that I did about a guest who only wanted to be checked in by one specific front desk agent. And that story was inspired by someone that I worked with. When I worked at a small local boutique hotel, there was a front desk agent who had been there for 20 years. She came in Monday through Friday, worked 6:15 to 2:30, and she had her spot. Like, that spot was her spot. And if she came back on Monday after the weekend and things were out of place, you heard about it. She'd been working there for so long and so consistently that we absolutely would have guests who would look around and ask where she was if she wasn't there during her normal hours. We definitely had more than one guest throw a fit when she wasn't there to check them in. So yes, it does happen. So the other day, my friends Alex and Jonah came to visit me and go to Disney World. And here's my thing. When I have friends who have traveled to do Disney, we do Disney. Make us dining reservations, I get the virtual queues, we purchase individual lightning lanes, we get Genie Plus, like, we go hard. Because as a local, I can kind of do all these things at my leisure, but when I have friends who are traveling and this may be their once in a while chance to come to Disney, I want them to get the best of their experience. But sometimes that can come at a bit of a cost because the word relaxation does not exist in my Disney days. So we are zipping all around Magic Kingdom and then we hop over to Hollywood Studios, and after riding a couple rides, we realize that we are all starving. Because after our breakfast reservation, I kind of just, forgot about food. Now, thankfully, the ride that we were coming out of when we realized we were starving was Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, which is right next to my favorite restaurant in Hollywood Studios, Docking Bay 7. But we encountered a little bit of a problem once we stepped off the ride. We look up, and on the balcony that houses the restaurant overlooking the Millennium Falcon are a couple of stormtroopers. And yes, usually I am Little Miss character interaction, but when I'm hungry, I just want to get to my food. Watching them, and they slowly start making their way over to this ramp that exits down. And now I have to make a decision. So we are right here exiting the ride, and the ramp to get up to the restaurant that's really close, that'll get you right there, is where the stormtroopers are heading towards. So we can either try to get around them, or we can go all the way up, and I say all the way, it's not that far of a walk, but I'm tired and I'm hungry. We could go all the way around them, up a flight of stairs, and then around to the door of the restaurant. My mind is locked onto food, so I'm like, you know what? I just want to get there as fast as possible. Let's go up the ramp and skirt around the stormtroopers and get into the restaurant. So I start hustling my way up this ramp, and the stormtroopers both turn around it and start coming down. I think maybe I could get away with Halloween Horror Night type of rules. Like, if I just look disinterested and unbothered, maybe they'll just ignore me. Especially because right behind me, you have Alex and Jonah skulking like... But no, of course, both the stormtroopers lock eyes on me and say, "Halt! Show us some identification." I was like, but they're the ones that look like, oh. So I pull out my phone, I said, fine, I'll show you my data pad, and I showed them my screen. This is my phone background. It says Space Cat. And the stormtrooper just looks at the screen, looks at me, and is like, "We'll be keeping an eye on you." And I was just like, can I just get my food, please? All right, Miss Smith, so we do have you confirmed for 2 rooms on the 4th. And you made sure those rooms are connecting, right? Yes, Miss Smith. Per your request, they are connecting, and I've locked that in for you. Okay, perfect. I can't wait. Okay, great. We look forward to seeing you. I can have the next guest over here. Hi, I'm here to check in. We have adjoining rooms under last name Smith. Here's my ID. Oh, hi, Miss Smith. Yes, we spoke on the phone, actually. I'm the one that got you the connecting rooms, but I thought you were arriving tomorrow. Oh, you're the one I spoke on the phone with. That's awesome. Yeah, we were originally going to be arriving tomorrow, but we found a much cheaper rate online through another site, so we just canceled tomorrow's reservation and booked for today. Oh, did you now? I see. So, since you changed your reservation, I have to inform you that the rooms are no longer connecting. Wait, what do you mean the rooms aren't connecting? We spoke on the phone about this. We did. We spoke on the phone about your reservation that was originally checking in tomorrow, and I was able to guarantee you connecting rooms for tomorrow, but I can't do that for today. Well, how is that possible? All of our connecting rooms are occupied tonight. Well, are the rooms at least close to each other? Yes, since the rooms were booked under the same name, we did put them right next to each other. All right, I guess if that's the best you can do, and you made sure that the third room is also close to ours as well, right? I'm sorry, what third room? I'm sorry, what room are we talking about? Our third room under Johnson, we booked 2 under Smith and 1 under Johnson. That's 3. Oh, it's under an entirely different name. I see. Give me just 1 second. Of course. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do some moving around because your room is on the 2nd floor and Miss Johnson's room is up on the 10th. So give me just 1 moment. But you told us that our rooms were already near each other's. How did hers end up so far away? Well, unfortunately, there was no indication on the reservations that these rooms were supposed to be near each other. The reservations were booked at the same time on the same card. I think it should be pretty obvious that they were supposed to be together. When you were rebooking these rooms through the third party, did you indicate that all 3 of these rooms were supposed to be near each other? Indicate on the third party? We booked them at the same time using the same card. That means that they're supposed to be together. So actually, when these reservations come through from the third parties, we don't get your credit card information. You've paid them directly. So when they then make the booking with us on your behalf, they generate their own credit card number for every individual reservation. So that does not indicate to us that these rooms are traveling together. The only indication we had for your rooms were that 2 of them were booked under the same exact name. Well, that's just stupid. That's why I personally don't book with third parties, and I encourage anyone that does to call the hotel directly if they do have any special requests like rooms being close to each other. But I did call you. Remember? We spoke on the phone about this. We spoke on the phone about the 2 rooms that you canceled for tomorrow. This is all just so unnecessarily complicated. It really didn't have to be if you just picked up the phone and made another call. Hi, my name is Jessica Vanella, and today I want to take you on a journey of filming a skit video with me. I've had this idea for a while to either live stream or make a standalone video of my process. So the video that I want to film today is likely going to be a 2 to 3 parter. We're gonna see how it all kind of plays out in the end, but someone submitted a story to me that I thought was hilarious and that I have also experienced in my own time of working at hotels. So all of my fellow people who work in hotels groan in unison with me when I say that this story is about connecting rooms. Ugh. Also, my toxic trait is that I don't write a script or anything. I just look at the story and I block it out in my head, and then I kind of just hope for the best. But now that I have a basic idea of what I want and what the settings are going to be, I'm going to go ahead and get some backgrounds for my videos. So today I'm actually experimenting with a new background maker. I went into Canva and I searched up the setting that I wanted, such as a hotel lobby, and I went in, I made that the background, and I blurred it just slightly to give it that kind of professional camera type look while I'm filming. And my trick is that I will have one side of the picture saved, usually with a desk, and that is where the front desk agent is going to stand. And then I'll literally just take the same picture and move it over slightly, and that is where the quote unquote guest is going to be standing for the video. And then my next step in this process is makeup and hair. I'm not doing a little kid character and I'm not doing a male character, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a full regular face of makeup. And I believe that that will be the guest character. I think I'll have the guest looking a bit more casual, on vacation type vibe. And then as I add to my makeup, I do different characters. All right, so here I am. I'm going to be doing a very basic makeup look, nothing really crazy, because at the end of the day, most people who are traveling and checking into hotels on vacation don't look super glamorous all the time. Some people do, don't get me wrong. But for my purpose, it's just going to be very simple and basic. And I mainly enjoy portraying my characters through their clothing, hair, and attitude. But of course, where would I be in getting ready without my faithful toilet companion? Hi, Leia. All right, so my makeup is done, my tripod is all set up, and I don't know if you're ready to see this super glamorous setup that I got. Oh, how glamorous. How amazing. Yeah, that's basically what the setup is like. Super glamorous, but that's a studio apartment for you. Don't have much room, but I do have some good lighting. And this is how I'm going to be filming this whole process. Huge shout out to my friend Alex, he's also a creator, go follow him, for gifting me his old iPhone, which made it a lot easier to do this kind of dual recording so you can see my process. All right, so I'm in the app. I have my look ready to go for this. I have my green screen background all set, and we're just gonna start filming. Oh, and I've got my phone, which is just a battery pack. All right, let's go. Okay, so the front desk agent is going to be confirming the days, and so the guest is going to ask. And you made sure those rooms are connecting, right? All right, we're gonna stop it. I'm just gonna double check it. And you made sure those rooms are connecting, right? And you made sure those rooms are... I don't like exactly how that came out, so I'm just gonna redo it. And you made sure... Welcome to the process. Okay. And you made sure those rooms are connecting, right? Okay, perfect. I can't wait. And you made sure those rooms are connecting, right? Okay, perfect. I can't wait. Okay, that looks good. And that's literally, I think, all I need for that. Yeah, so we're gonna save that video to drafts.
Keep adding letters, but...
We're gonna save that to draft. We're gonna put some things up, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into our guest look. All right, so this is that finished look for Mrs. Smith, which is going to be the guest character. So we had her looking, you know, like she just got out of the shower last, and now she's on vacation, ready to go and ready to mess everything up. So let's do it. Hi, I'm here checking. We have adjoining rooms under last name Smith. Here's my ID. Oh, you're the one I spoke on the phone with. That's awesome. Yeah, we were originally gonna be arriving tomorrow, but we found a much cheaper rate online through another site, so we just canceled tomorrow's reservation and booked for today. Wait, what do you mean the rooms aren't connecting? We spoke on the phone about this. Well, how is that possible? Well, are the rooms at least close to each other? All right, I guess if that's the best you can do. And you made sure that the third room is also close to ours as well, right? And then it's gonna be, what third room? So I am saving that video as a draft because I'm going to make a part 2 where it's going to be them talking about this third room. Because this was also part of the story that was sent to me where the guest came up and did all this, canceled the room, all this nonsense, and then also had a surprise third room. And since they were booked through a third party, didn't really go the way they expected. So I have the background all set, we're all good. And the video is gonna start with what third room?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Remember, we spoke on the phone about this. This is all just so unnecessarily complicated. All right, so now I'm changing to my customer service employee character. I got my little top that I really like to wear because I think it's fun, and I usually keep my hair straight, pulled back just slightly, giving that more professional appearance. I touched my makeup, changed out my earrings, just little things to try to signal that this is someone who is at work versus someone who is on vacation. And since the video starts out with a phone call, I have my trusty phone. I love using weird props as phones because when you think about it, phones at work tend to be like those old school style, like, you know, phones. and I don't have one of those, and I don't really want to go buy one of those, so I'm just going to use this because why not?
এই কি অসহায় লোকের মাথাকে ফুলের টপ পরে গিয়েছে, খুন হয়েছে।
তোমার ফাঁসি হবে।
টপ তো বলেছে আপনার মেয়ে।
আল্লাহ, আমি কি পাপ করছি যে আমার উপর তুমি এত বিপদ দিলা?
পকেটে হাত দেন।
আপনি আমার দরবের ভাই, কিছু নিয়েন না ভাই, আমি গরিব।
ওই পকেটে
আঙ্কেল আমার গাল দিছে, সে আমার গাল দিছে, সে এমন গাল দিছে টেলিভিশন টুথ মেরে দিত।
আপনি কি আসলে স্মৃতি হারিয়েছেন?
আপনি কিন্তু একটু বিবিবি আছেন, বড় লোকের বলদ বেটি। তরে আমি আমার আর চিত্রার কিছু ভয়ঙ্কর অন্তরঙ্গ ছবি দেখাবো, এটা দেখার পর তুই ডিসিশন লবি, তুই কি চিত্রারে বিয়া করবি না আমি বিয়া করবো।
সেগুলো কোথায় পাবেন?
এখন তুলবো আমরা, এটা আসুন। এই চিত্রা আসুন।
তুমি করে বলছেন কেন?
ফিল আসতে হবে না। আমি রাস্তার মানুষ তো, পথে চলতে চলতে নানান ধরনের মানুষের সঙ্গে পরিচয় হয়। আপনার টাকাটা সেই সাহায্যের কাজে লাগবে। আমার জীবনের সবচেয়ে সুন্দর অধ্যায় চিত্রা।
আমারও বাংলার প্রতিটি ঘরে আস্থার নাম আরএফএল গ্যাস স্টোভ। তাই তো তার সাথে আমার সম্পর্কটা হয়েছে আরো দৃঢ়।
আরএফএল গ্যাস স্টোভ, পরিবারের একজন, চিরদিনের বন্ধন।
কালো প্যান্টটা তো ভাই জোস ভাই।
কেমন ছেলে তুই বলতো?
এবার নিশ্চিত চাকরিটা হয়ে যাবে।
শিওর?
শিওর। হাতে কষ্ট হয়,
খুব কষ্ট ভাই।
ধরেন আমি আপনার সবকিছু দিয়ে দিলাম, জান আপনি রাখেন আপনার কাছে।
আরে তোরা না বাজারে পাঠাছিলাম, বাজার কর।
বেচারা হাঁটতে পারবো, অনেক কষ্ট হয়, টাকাটা দান করে দিচ্ছি। আসলে মানুষকে দেওয়ার মাঝে কি যে সুখ, আমি তোমাকে কি করে বুঝাই।
তুমি তো দিনে দিনে আমাকে দুঃখ দিয়ে দিয়ে মেরে ফেলছো।
নিচে বসে খাবেন কেন? আপনার টেবিল দরকার, টেবিলটা আপনি নিয়ে যান।
কোথায় যাচ্ছিস তুই? এভাবে চলতে থাকলে তো মনে করো একদিন বাসাটাই খালি হয়ে যাবে। কিভাবে থামানো যায় বলো তো?
এতগুলো দুজন মিলে সোফায় বসে খাও।
না, আমরা দাঁড়াই দাঁড়াই খাবো। এখানে বসে বসে ডিম পা।
ডিম পারবো কেন? আপনার বউ আমার এক্স গার্লফ্রেন্ড।
মাটির গভীরের পানি ইউভি আর ওজোনে জীবাণু দূর করে দেয় দরকারি মিনারেল ও পিএইচ ব্যালেন্স পানি।
এটা কিসের মাংস ভাই?
গরু।
খাসি মাংস দেন আমাদের।
খাসি নাই।
ছাগলে আর কি কি খায়?
পোলাও খায়, কোরমা খায়, চিতল মাছের কোপ্তা খায়, সালাদও খায়, সব খায়।
আপনি তো একটু একটু পড়াশোনা পারেন, রিক্সা চালান বাদ দিয়া অন্য কিছু করন যায় না? এই সময় বাড়িতে এসেন কেন?
বোর গোসল দেখতে।
মিশা কথা। ছাগল কিনছেন, টাকা পাইছেন কই?
তোমারে কই নাই, জমাইছিলাম।
তোরা মাংস কাটতে এত দেরি করে ফলাইলি?
কাকা আপনার তো কইছিলাম যে আরো 2 জন লোক দরকার, আপনি তো রাজি হন।
আপনি সেমাই খান, আমি এটা পইরা আসি। আমার আর তর্স হইতেছে না।
আরে সারা শুধু শুধু খাড়ায় আছো কেন? একটু হাসো, ফ্রি ফ্রি ছাগল পাইতাছো।